Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Whoa there! Are you alright? The name's Lyris. I hope you've still got some fight left in you. You're going to need it. Dead. Must have been the runt of the litter. Keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises. Keep moving. There are more Daedra on the way. Let's keep moving.
Don't stop now. Keep moving. More guards are on the way.
Let's get out of here, my friend. The Prophet.
Greetings, Vestige. Like you, I am a prisoner in this place. You must rescue me, and I, in turn, must rescue you.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk. The Prophet. He's a prisoner here, too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you, even for a moment. You must think you can help me. Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here. These tunnels will eventually take us to the Towers of Eyes. That's where we'll find the Sentinels. Magical constructs created by Molag Bal to guide his vision in Cold Harbor. The Sentinels are connected. If we destroy one, the others will be blinded. With any luck, that will buy us the time we need to free the Prophet. I've no idea. Brute force? We'll find a way. We have to. Be ready for anything. I doubt... I'm sure you do. And I'll answer them as best I can. He's a strange one, no doubt about it. But he's the wisest man I've ever met. He sees things. The past, the future. You're obviously not in Tamriel anymore. Think of the most miserable, depressing place you've ever been in your life. That's paradise compared to Cold Harbor. And to top it off, well, there's no easy way to say it. You're dead. I don't know. Once we rescue the Prophet, he can tell you about the gods and the ways of Oblivion. I don't understand any of it myself. A man named Manamarco. His worm cult is doing some kind of ritual back in Tamriel. They sacrificed you and everyone in this prison to the Daedric Prince Molag Bal. After you died, whatever was left showed up here. They call you the Soul Shriven. It means you're a slave and you'll spend the rest of eternity here in Cold Harbor, working under the lash of the Daedra. Unless, of course, you come with me. No, I wasn't sacrificed. The Prophet and I were brought here conventionally, if that makes any sense. But we're prisoners here, same as you. It won't be easy. The place is watched by magical constructs called Sentinels. We won't stand a chance unless we can blind them. I'll tell you more when we get there. And we'll never get there if we don't get moving. We should keep moving.
All right, don't cry for Mummy.
Well played,
That
friend.
one put up a fight, didn't they?
Arcus Beard, you are good in a fight.
The god of brutality knows of your escape. Hurry!
The god of schemes can see every part of Cold Harbor. We need to distract him.
I guess this is a fight now.
What was your name again? Target practice? Try to be inconspicuous. We just got free of this place. The last thing we need is to get recaptured. I'll keep watch. Quickly! While he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
Fool! You will never escape my realm.
Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way. Damn it! Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Maybe Cadwell can help us. Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. After years of torment, Soul Shriven usually go insane and turn feral. But not Cadwell. He was already insane before he left Tamriel. Mad as a box of frogs, but completely harmless. You'll see. Cadwell sees things as he wishes them to be. To him, Cold Harbor is a wondrous place. It's his home. And he knows it like the back of his hand. He's usually down by the river. Let's go find him.
One fine day in the middle of the night. Hello, what's this? Out for a stroll then? Lovely day for it. Sir Cadwell, yes, indeed, a pleasure. And fair Lyris, good to see you, my dear. How are you then? Oh dear, well that is inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way in. Much more of a scenic route. Rather a fun little jaunt, actually, full of traps and corpses and nasty beasties filling up the bits in between. Rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step, hold your nose, and do mind the traps. There'll like as not be a fair dose of running and skull-bashing as well. Follow the river. You'll find the door to the Undercroft at the water's end. Once you're inside, stick to the light, and you'll find a ladder that will take you right up to the Prophet straight away. Do give him my best. Best of luck. Do check in now and again, won't you? Well, there's not much to tell, is there? It's the same old pish-tosh, gallant knight, epic quests, rescued maidens. I came to this land when my head was quite unceremoniously separated from my body. Bad luck that, but you make the best of things. Oh, quite a long time. In fact, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if I was the oldest of the Soul Shriven. Of those who didn't go feral, that is. I know every tunnel and path, every nook and cranny. The others look up to me, I suppose. Ah, Lyris, girl's as mad as sheer Gorus jammies. Heart's in the right place, I suppose. Says she's got to rescue the Prophet to save us all from eternal torment. How an old blind man could do that is quite beyond me. An imperial gentleman. Apparently he was once a powerful mage, but the years haven't been kind. Lyris says he knows of a path back to Tamriel. I rather think that if one existed, I'd have found it by now. I hadn't actually given it much thought. Anything's possible, I suppose. Truth is, I've been here so long, this place feels like home. But a good uprising now and again is a pleasant diversion, so where's the harm, eh?
Cadwell seems to think this Undercroft is a delightful place. Probably means it's a death trap. Be careful. The sooner you get that door open, the sooner we can get out of here. swit! Get some more, you skeeving hawkers! You lead. The Prophet's cage should be just ahead. Quickly now, we haven't much time. All right. The good news is we made it here in one piece, and the Prophet looks unharmed. Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going... There's a trick to opening the cell. The only way for a prisoner to leave is for another living soul to take their place. I need to swap places with the Prophet. Believe me, I wish there was, but I don't see anyone else here with a beating heart, do you? If Molag Bal isn't stopped, he'll destroy everyone and everything we've ever loved. Once it's done, get moving. The Prophet will know where to go, but he'll need your eyes and your protection.
You're watching.
Freedom!
I remember this feeling. Thank the divines you are safe. There is that at least. Lyra sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. I wish that were possible, but I promise you, once we escape Cold Harbor, we will find a way to rescue her together, Vestige. That is the name I have given you. You are but a trace of your former self, a soulless one, an empty vessel that longs to be filled. It is as the scrolls foretold, but not exactly as I imagined. That is what I've come to be called. My true name is lost even to me. Years of torment have taken their toll. Quickly now, we must make haste to the anchor. The anchors are Daedric machines of the darkest magic. Their chains bind our world and pull it towards Cold Harbor. I can use one of these anchors to return us to Tamriel, but you must lead me to it. Up the stairs, quickly! We must get to the anchor mooring!
mortal thinks it can defy me. Futile. Soon your world will be in my chains.
Come! I will protect you! A moment, Vestige. The Dark Anchor's portal is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. But first, you must reattune yourself to Nern in order to regain your physical form. To do this, you will need a Sky Shard. A shard of ethereal magicka that carries the essence of Nern. Some link them to Lorcan, the missing god of creation. If you collect and absorb its power, it should restore your corporeal form. I will summon one of these shards for you to absorb. Shard of Aetherius, fall upon us now and anoint us with your blessing. There, quickly! Collect the Sky Shard. Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, I require your strength. Let the way be opened. Let these wandering souls return home. Let the will of Molag Bal be denied. Hurry! We must go now! Vestige awakens once again. Come here. As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a place with the smell of burning ash on a hot wind, and the sounds of a distant battle. It matters not. You have awakened once again, and we must set you on your path. Days, weeks, I cannot tell. The voids between worlds disrupted all sense of time and space. I know only that you were deposited into the sea, and some charitable soul fished you out and brought you to dry land. I'm afraid you will have to decide that for yourself. I must focus on searching for a way to repay Lyris's bold sacrifice. I cannot simply abandon her to the wrath of Molag Bal. I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. There is still much we need to accomplish. Be wary, Vestige. Our very plane of existence is in peril. The threat of Molag Bal looms across all Tamriel, and chaos spreads in its shadow. Danger roams the land and will assume many forms. Do not let it catch you off guard. You must find your own path. But perhaps there is a reason for the place in which you find yourself. Explore, search for a cause to lend your hand. Join with others. You might even seek out those who rescued you from the sea. The choice is yours. Indeed, I sense that even now, there are good people near you who face grave danger. They need your assistance, should you be willing to give it. To thwart the will of Molag Bal, we must skirmish with evil wherever it rears its head. We do not face these troubled times alone. Many shall rise up to fight this tide of darkness. Wherever you go, you will encounter others who share your courage and valor. Help them if you can, and enlist their aid if you have need of it.
I'm short on good help, and I could use someone capable. Someone like you. A fisherman found you washed up on the beach. He brought you back to town. It's a miracle you survived. You're the one Holsgar pulled out of the water. I'm glad you're up. I could use your help. You've seen combat, and I need all the help I can get today. Villagers are scattered across the island. We need to warn them. We sighted a ship offshore. I've sent my troops to investigate. If it's the vanguard of an invasion, well, we'll need to evacuate. You'll find the people of Bleak Rock all across the island. Darj, the hunter, went to Skyshroud Barrow. Iman's out at Orky's Hollow with his sister Rolanda. Sane, my sergeant, is out at Hossen's Folly. It's an old dragon shrine. It's a relic of the Dragon Wars. Some of the villagers claim they saw undead out there. I sent Darj out to get proof. Locals claim it's haunted. They dare each other to spend a night inside. It's a silly custom, but a harmless one. It's an abandoned mine. A family came out from Stone Falls to work the place. Rumor has it, they're Daedra worshippers. Now some bandits are hunting through the place, and we need to know why. Thank you, friend. Once you've dealt with the bandits and sent Sane back here, see who else you can find. I'll answer what I can. Captain Tilroni's got the villagers thinking I'm an addled netch, but I'm actually a bit smarter than that. Posted to this backwater, you mean? I made a hasty decision. A bad call. Soldiers died. I learned my lesson. Now I don't act without proof. I took her job. You might have heard her yelling about that in the square. It's petty, but what can I do? Every time I've reached out to her, she's slapped my hand. Posted to this backwater, you mean?
Good to see you up and around. Figured you were crossing the bridge to Sovngarde for sure.
No fighting or spitting. Got it?
We have to evacuate. Rana has no idea what she's doing. Did I ever risk your lives like this?
I've got a lot of work to do. Sorry. It's not the pigs. I love these pigs. They're like messy kids. It's all the other work I have to do around here. And for what? Look at this place. Nothing grows here. Ask myself that every night as I lie in the loft. Life's got to be better in Windhelm or Riften. Just a couple more seasons and I'm leaving. Father can hire some help.
problem, Sarah? Something you need to discuss? I can understand you. Oh my, I'm not a skeever. No, no. Follow me. I'll show you. Oh, thank Kine! You have it! My friends and I were out hunting in the woods when a mad mage ran up and began throwing spells at us. I think he only nicked me. He dropped that wand in the snow as he left. I don't know how spells work. I tried picking up the wand, but it wouldn't let me. I think it does the spell. Or undoes it. Look, my friends are Falta, Brend, and Runzenwild. They're skeevers now. Please find them and use the wand to fix them. I guess this is a fight now.
It's bad luck, I tell you.
Thanks.
Nice hole. Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
attitude.
I am obliged to you. Let's ride!
Yeah! This way into the sewers. He drew me a map.
Watch yourself. There are bandits about. That's refreshing. Most days it's just Rana and me against the world. We have some work to do. That cursed ship is the least of our worries. Bandits are plundering the mine, looking for artifacts. They're alert, looking for something. had to kill the one behind me before he warned the others. How are you at subterfuge? I'll stay here and keep an eye on these bandits. Take the uniform from our friend here, then get down into the mine shacks and see what's going on. Grab some gear from our friend here. His kit will help you slip into the mine unnoticed. I've been her second in command since we arrived on the island. She really is a skilled commander. This just isn't her finest day. Or mine. I'm not entirely sure. It was named after a prospector who came out here with his family. They said they were mining for iron, but folks saw them wearing dark robes. That's the story. One day there was a fire and the whole camp burned. Locals said they heard monsters roaring. The place has been boarded up ever since. I've been her second in command since we arrived on the island. She really is a skilled commander. This just isn't her finest day. Or mine. I'm not entirely sure. It was named after a prospector who came out here with his family. They said they were mining for iron, but folks saw them wearing dark robes. That's the story. One day there was a fire and the whole camp burned. Locals said they heard monsters roaring. The place has been boarded up ever since.
They're alive! And they're not furry anymore! I don't know what we'd have done, living out the rest of our lives as cheese-eating rodents. Ugh. If I ever find that mage, I'm going to show him what it means to be vermin.
You wish to suffer my wrath?
Fire!
My husband, Galund, went fishing yesterday morning. He never came home. I went looking for him this morning with my dog, and now my dog has wandered off. No, I'm not. The last place I saw Rex's was near our mill, just north of here. Take this whistle. Use it when you get over there. I'll wait here in case he comes home.
Thank God. My boat sank off the coast in a storm. It was unnatural. I saw colors I've never seen before. I drifted for hours on a plank. I thought I was dead. Just give me a second, and I'll head back home. I'll lean on Rexus when I get tired. Almera will be worried sick. Thank you.
Here!
acquainted with. He's trying to skeeve out of the deal.
Did you meet the new commander?
Cities are like cats. They renew themselves at night.
What in rhinos?
Wasting time is an important part of life.
Don't like your odds.
Get lost! What? Who in oblivion are you? Get out of here before I gut you like a trout. Get lost! Quick, come inside. We've almost made it past the scamps. I heard them say the portal is just beyond.
Who are you? Please, don't hurt me. Guards! Intruder!
to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Drink a magica potion! You betcha!
Change of plans?
like to think I'm agreeable.
So, what did you find out? A Covenant contract? I smell a distraction. That ship we spotted might be the start of an invasion. We've got to get back to the village. Orc-loving Covenant cowards. You found the evidence. The Covenant sent these bandits, and that means trouble. I'll head back and warn Captain Rana. You'll need to find as many missing people as possible.
Vec, I hope you're watching. In a big family, you have to know how to scrap. That was a bit of a warm-up. Now the Morrowind has her eye on you.
You can't be too careful when you're picking your enemies.
I prefer a life of crime to a life of boredom. You do not want to get on my bad side.
I eat well and stay fit, as I am.
If we do not end this war, it will end us.
Lucanalda! They're back. Friends, give my lovely partner the ingredients.
Oh, you're back! Were my directions helpful? Did you manage to find everything? Please say yes. I've listened to Hilgrim belch, groan, and try to convince himself he's not the one who got us into this mess for long enough, I should think. Oh, you're amazing! You really did it! Now it's up to me to recreate our masterpiece. I hope it wasn't just a fluke, mostly for Hilgrim's sake, because I'll kill him. Here, take this as a reward. You helped us more than you can know. Give me a moment to mix up just a little to test. Here, Hilgrim, give this a try. You're already drunk.
Maybe a bit more spice.
Perfect. That'll do nicely. I can't believe it. An Ascendant Order sailed a fleet right into the lock. I heard there was a terrible battle at All Flags Island.
And I heard that the important visitors were there, and they turned out to be the leaders of the three alliances.
A confident maid went upon the lea to where sunny flowers stood. For she loved the sun and she loved the green, and she danced merrily beside the wood. She danced beside the wood.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. But we in the Undaunted don't sign up to sit on cushions and drink mead, do we? Mordra can answer that better, and probably more to the point than I can. Basically, we're adventurers. You look like you'd fit in well. You've got that fearless look about you the Undaunted are known for.
Upon the strand, oh how long today, oh how long he's hoped to claim her hand, oh how long she waits, oh.
Well met, friend. Come have a drink with me.
And hard it was that they never met until he came home to stay. He built their house between hills and sea. He built it along Gonfalon Bay, along Gonfalon Bay. Oh, how long she waits upon the strand. Oh, how long today. Oh, how long he's hoped to claim her hand. Oh, how long she
After the battles we endured, I was hoping to find a celebration. Unfortunately, this inn is as dead as the elk served at the Skull King's table. Have you come to drink with me, perhaps, my friend? Well, that's a welcome bit of news. Even a party full of royals and nobles has got to be better than this place. Wait, will Emmerich and Iron be in attendance? If they decline the invitation, I probably should as well. And it seems I have no other choice. I will attend Lord Baccaro's celebration, and if the festivities evolve into more serious conversations, perhaps I will even listen. I'll see you there, my friend. Wait until the Skull King hears what he missed. Raging storms, a deadly jungle, a battle against near-hopeless odds at an ancient castle. My father is going to kick himself. Well, maybe not about the storms. He gets sick at sea. Absolutely. He was an adventuring bard before he took the throne of Eastern Skyrim. He's not as ancient as Emmerich, and that old lion enjoyed himself. When we weren't almost dying, at least. I'll send a report to my father. Tell him all about it. As long as nothing else out of the ordinary happens, I'll stay. At least for a while. The weather here on High Isle is so much nicer than what we have in Windhelm. I can do without the cold and the snow for a little longer.
I can't believe it. An Ascendant Order sailed a fleet right into the lock. I heard there was a terrible battle at All Flags Islet.
And I heard that the important visitors were there, and they turned out to be the leaders of the three alliances. Good thing someone was there to defend them.
Magus Slayer! To what do I owe this pleasure? Have I thanked you yet for all you've done? Not just for the alliances and Lady Arabelle, but for me personally. No? Well, thank you, my friend. I don't know many people who could have beaten the Ascendant Magus. But what brings you to the temple? Another royal function. I'm getting tired of those ghastly affairs in most cases. I was just considering heading home. Queen Maria must be missing me terribly. Unless... is the celebration in my honor? It's bad form to refuse such parties. Iren and Ernskar? Well, I can't allow them to attend and not show up myself. And I guess I do owe them something of a debt, too. They did help us on Amanos and at All Flags Castle. All right, I'll attend Lord Baccaro's celebration. It seems I'll need to pay more attention to the Sisters Archipelago in the future. My negligence allowed treason to fester and bloom unchecked. That changes now. But enough grim talk. We must celebrate. I will see you at Lord Baccaro's gathering. I will need to treat that situation delicately. Until I can prove one way or another that Duchess Elea was truly ignorant of her brother's plot, I can't in good conscience reprimand the entire house. Still, I don't take treason lightly. No, but we didn't exterminate all of those Order bastards, and their so-called Ascendant Lord is still loose. I have no doubt his rogue knights will rise against us again. I'll withhold judgment on the Duforts until my daggers investigate, though.
Just a drink for an old soul who can't sail. I can't carry your bag.
Hello, friend. Looking for me? I've always loved the sea. Comes from growing up on Somerset, I suppose. But what can I do for you, my friend? Don't tell me there are more rogue knights threatening High Isle. A party? Just another excuse to get me and Emmerich in the same room? Oh, very well. If we could face unprecedented danger together, we can probably survive sharing a few drinks and some food. And where will this gala event be held? That's probably for the best. It's close by. And All Flags Castle was quite a mess after the battle with the Ascendant Magus. It will take Lord Bacaro a considerable effort if he plans to make it ready for the conference again. Most of the belongings I brought along were lost when the Perfect Pounce sank into the sea. I wonder if I can find any suitable attire on this island. Breton tastes leave something to be desired. What am I thinking? This outfit is perfectly fine. We did not discuss peace, if that's what you're asking. We disagree on important issues, which is why diplomacy usually begins with social occasions. Banquets, balls, hunts, and the like. Rarely do they involve fighting for your life, though. We regaled each other with tales of how we survived the shipwrecks and our adventures on Amanos. I believed Emmerich was past his prime, no longer the great hero. And Ernskar struck me as young and brash. I now have a different perspective.
Hey, good looking. Got a moment? Lord Bacaro may have proclaimed that this was a celebration for the Alliance leaders, but everyone came out to see the hero who saved All Flags Castle. I'm impressed how fast the word got around, even if I may have had something to do with that. Just wanted you to know, I worked it out with Lady Arabelle. She considers my debt to her paid in full. I think she may have confused me with you, but I'll take it any way I can get it. So go in and enjoy the party. I'm sure I'll see you around. I put on a few disguises, sure. And I'm glad everyone's safe, but all this hero stuff gives me a rash. I'm not supposed to attract so much attention. Anyway, Lady Arabelle wants a word with you before she starts the main event. She's waiting inside.
Not my finest work, but I think this venue will do. I see you convinced our royal guests to come to our little gathering. Well done, dear. Now for the tricky part. Persuading them to stay for Lord Bacaro's talks. After so many perils, I suppose I couldn't blame them if they decided to leave. Excellent, dear. You saved Emmerich and the others from the Ascendant Order and ended the threat of the Magus. Plus, you salvaged the talks and restored the hope for peace. Take this. This is your day as much as anyone's. I have to address the crowd. We're here to celebrate the coming together of 3 great leaders, and to show our appreciation for a hero who saved the delegates and kept our hopes for peace alive. On behalf of Lord Bacaro and the Society of the Steadfast, I ask our honored guests to enjoy the celebration.
The Old Merry Dominion thanks our hero and promises to participate when the talks resume.
The Ebonheart Pact wholeheartedly agrees.
As does the Daggerfall Covenant. 3 cheers for our hero and for Lord Bacaro!
Well said, High King, and well said, Queen and Prince. Let the celebration begin.
We have taken the first step on a long journey. Still, no one ever reaches their destination without taking that step. I owe you a debt, friend. Because of you, there's still a chance for peace. I promise to take full advantage of this opportunity. That depends on how fast I can get workers out to rebuild All Flags Castle and restore Memorial Hall. And I need to send word to the Mages Guild. Valencia alone can't replace the wards. There's also a new Fighters Guild delegate to consider. I'm certainly going to try. We've all accomplished too much to let the talks just fade away like a mist in the morning sun. You showed them they can work together. We can build upon that, provided I can get them to stay until we're ready to begin.
I knew at the moment I saw you, dear. This one has spirit. This one has the heart of a hero. Not too unlike what Emmerich saw when he first looked at me. You know I appreciate all you've done, my friend. You can call on me for help whenever you need. No rest for the weary, dear. I need to help Lord Bacaro restore All Flags Castle for the peace talks, improve security, figure out what other traitors beside Count Damard are lurking about, and of course, I need to keep the delegates safe. Not right now. The captains and Koska have agreed to help guard the delegates, but the rest is all paperwork and supervision. When the peace talks get underway, I'll send for you. If you're still interested in helping, of course. No pressure, dear. An excellent answer. I must write that down. I expect that my notes will make an excellent basis for the next Investigator Vale novel. I must send them off to the author at once. Let's just say the author is a very dear friend of mine. Why, I would even go so far as to admit I know her as well as I know myself. And that is quite positively all I intend to share on this topic. Now go mingle and accept the adoration of the crowd.
Something you need to discuss? What would you like to talk about? We've already been through more together than most people I've known. Feels like I've known you forever. Not tired of you yet, though.
Fighting alongside each other? All well and good. Attending a party together? Sure, with civilized people. But these peace talks? If Lord Bacaro is committed to continuing down this path, I'll follow. I don't hold out much hope, though. What do I look like, a soothsayer? All I know is that peace has powerful enemies. Every day, people tell me that if we press harder, we can make good on the blood and treasure we've spent. Dictate terms from a position of strength. It distresses me. I'm afraid I do. If I decide to ignore them and hold my ground, there's no promise Irene and Yoren can do the same. Peace is only possible when everyone sees there's no more to be gained from war. Still, if others are willing to try, so am I.
We won the day, my friend, and I learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or at least a helpful acquaintance. And if the peace talks do go on, I will do my best to negotiate in good faith. Who knows? Will ice melt in the cookpot? That's a certainty. But the thoughts that run through the minds of the rulers of Tamriel, those cannot be fathomed by even the most brilliant sage. But I will send word to my father, ask for his advice. Mostly. But he wasn't with us on Amanos or at All Flags Castle. He didn't fight side by side with the lion and the eagle. My father doesn't expect much from these talks. I'm not so sure. If the talks do take place, I'd love to surprise him.
I think I can bear this Breton paradise a little longer. Consider it my way of acknowledging everything you did for us. For me. If you could go out of your way to save 3 foolish royals, then I can try to find common ground with my enemies. There's always a chance. As long as Lord Bacaro can finalize the necessary arrangements, we have an opportunity to put an end to terrible suffering. What sort of queen would I be if I did not do everything in my power to see this through? I must assume so. Why else would they be here? They are honorable leaders despite our differences and the terrible war we're engaged in. I believe they want what... I think I can bear this Breton paradise. There's always a chance. I must assume so. Why else would they be here? They are honorable leaders despite our differences and the terrible war we're engaged in. I believe they want what is best for their realms as well as mine. Beyond that, we shall have to wait and see.
I don't want to help people just to make them grateful to me, but if these are the sort of parties adventurers get to attend, I definitely won't complain. Where better to find a ship than in Gonfalon Bay? I'll get passage on one of them. Until then, I'm helping people. Yes! I started by singing rats off a galley. It's a small start, but now folks are coming to me with their problems. I'm making a name for myself. It may not be much yet, but I crafted it myself. And it's my name, not my father's. Me? I'm going to enjoy myself. Maybe try some new foods. It's nice being at a party and not having to worry about being called on to perform. After that, I'm going to battle monsters, solve real problems, like you.
I've been told that my brother met his end at your hands during his reckless attack on All Flags Castle. If only I had seen through his scheme sooner, perhaps he might have been saved. But I suspect he gave you no choice. That was so his way. When my brother fixed his mind on a goal, he did not allow anything or anyone to get in his way. We were never close, but our relationship only worsened after I accepted our father's title. And now he's left our house on the brink of ruin. The High King says he does not hold me responsible for Demard's misdeeds. But the ships that attacked All Flags Castle were built into fort yards, and many of our knights fought under ascended helms. Our honor is irreparably stained.
When Kamal's Bane foundered on the rocks of Aminos Passage, I could not imagine this hour would come. Yet now, the hardest work of all begins. Well, after the hard work of restoring All Flags Castle is finished, then the hardest work begins. And sadly, no. She will never sail again. But several Ascendant Order vessels were abandoned after the fight at All Flags Islet. Since the Order wrecked my ship, I hope to claim one of theirs for compensation. I recrew and refit here in Gonfalon Bay. I do not know how long Prince Ernskar plans to stay, but it would be my honor to return him safely home when the time comes. Until then, I promised Lady Arabelle I would help protect all the delegates.
I feel a little out of my depth here. So much trouble came from the medallions I prepared, and then the magical wards I helped raise at Memorial Hall failed to stop the Magus. Now I'm supposed to turn my efforts to diplomacy? I am no diplomat. Up to now, my task has been to support Lord Bacaro and Lady Arabelle with my magic. I understood what they needed and how to craft it for them, but I know nothing about negotiating. I don't understand why the Guild has sent me. There are other mages with more experience, such as Barnes Galarian or anyone. They would be better negotiators. Ah, that's the point, isn't it? My role here isn't to negotiate, it's to speak honestly and keep an open mind. That I can do.
After a shipwreck, imprisonment, and dangerous battles, Zaji has earned a little time to relax. And perhaps some recognition for his bravery and skill, yes? Zaji is the hero of the day. After you, of course. A drink in your honor! Long sunny days and tender nights, filled with song, drink, and love. Or so Zaji hopes. Since Queen Irene has no one else to look after her in these islands, Zaji hereby appoints himself the task of catering to her every need. That is a task better left in Cascar's claws. Who will look after Queen Irene if not Zaji? And Lady Arabelle insisted we help guard the delegate anyway, so what does this want to do? Zaji can only hope his devotion is rewarded.
Good thing I didn't eat you on that Aminos beach, Walker.
This all would have been a lot harder without you. And no, I don't really eat people. That's just Senshrat humor, as far as you know. That depends on Queen Irene. We're staying in Gonfalon Bay as long as she is, but that suits me fine. We've got a new ship and a new crew to break in, and I'll be keeping an eye on Zaji, as always.
Nothing can replace the spearhead or the crewmates I lost when she went down. But seeing the High King and all these other people alive and well goes a long way toward making things right. Well, that and Nereid's song, I suppose. I'm not going anywhere until High King Emmerich finishes up what he came here to do. That's fine with me, though. It'll give me time to sign on a crew and put Nereid's song in proper shape. Lady Arabelle insisted, and the Duchess doesn't seem opposed. Still haven't decided whether to rename her. There's a lot of luck tied up in a ship's name. Oh, and while I'm here, I agreed to protect the delegates. I could use the extra gold.
Well done, my friend. What you accomplished here, what you prevented. We all owe you so much more than our thanks and well wishes. If there's anything you ever need from the Stone Lore Circle, you only need to ask. More or less. Nature has a way of doing the unexpected, but that's part of its grandeur. The spirit of the Grove has become more of a partner than a tool, and I am glad of that. You helped make that possible. The Circle will never forget that. No, not yet. It's like the very rock refuses to talk to us, and we're the Stone Lore Druids. I've been busy getting the Grove settled, but I think I'll offer to help with the investigation into the lava vents and the volcano. It's the least I can do.
You made quite an impression, my friend. Too bad for you. Now all the important people know who to call when they need something done. You'll never have a moment's rest, you poor bastard. I really am. But you know me. I lay low and some sort of trouble still finds me. I'm like one of those lodestones, I guess. Don't get me wrong, Lady A is great, and she pays well. But I need to draw the line at acting respectable, of being all heroic. I'm a thief. I've got an image to think of. But I'll never say never. Do that, and fate intervenes.
What a party! Lots of fancy people here. I've got to be on my best behavior. I promise not to pick anyone's pocket or anything. This is your big day. I'm not going to get in the way of that. Unless you want to see what's in Emmerich's pockets. Of course, some people seem skeptical that the same person who rescued the Alliance leaders and killed the Ascended Magus also chased down sheep magic to look like people. But that's part of the fun. Now go celebrate. You've earned it.
I'm going to stick right here by the Knight Commander. At least if I stand here and keep my mouth shut, I can't embarrass myself any further. What? No. Nope. I'm good here. I tried to introduce myself to High King Emmerich when the commander spoke to him, and I kind of forgot my own name. So, if I try that again, I think I'll die of shame. Other than putting my boots squarely in my mouth, you mean? Yes, I'm having a lovely time. Have you had any of those little finger sandwiches? And Jakarn has tried to hit on me no less than 3 times. I don't have the heart to tell him.
As much as I enjoy a party, I still have work to do back on All Flags. And poor Stibbins isn't a spring rooster. All this excitement does terrible things to his already fragile constitution. If we disappear, do give our regards to Lady Arabelle. Oh, if you don't mind, I'd rather not recall that dreadful experience. You have no idea what it's like to have a foul-mouthed, libidinous sea captain inside your head. Although, I must say the feelings he left me with were rather enticing. I still have a few last things to take care of on All Flags Islet before the peace talks can proceed. After that, who can say? I go where I'm needed, and Stibbins follows faithfully in my wake. Someone must carry my personals, after all. Well, that goes without saying. I am Tamriel's most celebrated treasure hunter and author, after all. I may stick around for the peace talks. Or I heard about some strange happenings in the Telvanni Peninsula. Or Hammerfell. I haven't been there in ages.